Hello. So today we're doing another twisty flow, but probably adding in some binds as well. So come down to an easy seated position, crossing one leg in front of the other, placing the hands down onto the thighs, sitting up nice and tall, and then just taking a few easy shoulder rolls up, back, and down. And then taking some shoulder rolls coming forwards. Reach the arms out to the sides, take them all the way up to the sky. And then taking hold of the left wrist with the right hand, reach the arms up to the sky and take a side stretch over to the right. Lifting back to center, switching sides, so left hand on the right wrist, reaching the arm up to the sky and then stretching all the way over. Taking the arms back up to the sky and then taking the left arm on top of the right knee, right hand behind, just an easy twist over to the right. And then reach the arms back to the sky, inhaling and exhaling, taking a twist over to the other side. So the right hand on top of the left knee, left hand behind. Lengthen the body as you inhale and maybe twist a little deeper as you exhale. And then come back to center. Just walk the hands out in front, folding forwards, lengthening through the spine. And then lifting up, coming to your all fours position. So taking our cat-cow stretches, always like cat-cow, just to find a bit of movement through the spine, wake up the spine. So releasing the belly down, sending the heart forwards, lifting the tailbone, and then exhaling, rounding out the back. Inhaling, looking forwards, lifting the tailbone. Exhaling to round. Coming back to neutral, keeping the left hand down, reaching the right arm up to the sky. Just circle that right arm a couple of times, going forwards, and then circle back in the other direction. And then place the right hand down on the mat. This time sweep the left arm up to the sky, opening the chest, circling the left arm one way, and then circling back in the other direction. And then placing the hands back down on the mat. So tucking the toes under, send the hips up towards the sky, finding downward dog. Feet are parallel, hands are shoulder distance, sending the sitting bones high, taking the gaze between the legs. And then start to walk the hands in just a little bit, just to shorten the stance, maybe taking the feet a little bit wider. And then take the right arm to the outside of the left leg, twisting, gazing up towards the sky, pressing the left hand into the mat. If the hand doesn't quite reach the outside of the leg, you can take it up to the left hip. And then release the right hand down, switching sides. So taking the left hand either to the right hip or anywhere down the outside of the right leg, just finding a bit of a twist over to the right. And then coming back to your downward dog, your wide downward dog. Start to walk the feet up towards the hands, the top of the mat, and then fold over the legs, just taking opposite elbows, taking a little sway from side to side. And then release the hands, bring the chin to the chest and slowly come all the way up to standing, stacking one vertebra on top of the other, bringing the head up last. Taking a couple more shoulder rolls at the top. And then heel toe the feet together. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, folding forwards, take the hands to the mat. Step the feet back into a plank position. So pressing the mat away with the hands, shoulders over the wrists. And then release the knees down. Untuck the toes, bend the elbows, come all the way down onto the belly. Inhaling, lifting up to cobra. And then pressing the hands into the mat. Come through all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, finding downward dog. From downward dog, keep the left leg down on the mat, sweep the right leg up to the sky. And then option to bend the knee, open out the hip. Re-straighten the right leg and step the right foot up towards the right thumb. Lift the arms up to the sky, coming to a high lunge. Take the left arm forwards, right arm back, twisting to the right, squeezing the tops of the legs towards each other, and then reach the arms back up to the sky. This time take the right arm forwards, left arm back, and release the left foot down, coming to warrior two. Reverse the front palm, reverse the warrior. And then come back to your warrior two. Place the right forearm onto the right thigh and take the left arm up to the sky. Option to wrap that left arm around the back, maybe finding the top of the right thigh, maybe just the small of the back, or holding on to a bit of t-shirt. Drawing the left shoulder back, and then maybe releasing the right hand down in front of the right foot. If you want to release the left arm, you can extend the left arm back to the sky. And if you want to take a bind, again, this is optional, you can take the right elbow underneath the left thigh and then wrap the left arm around, taking hold of the left wrist. So sinking the hips a little bit closer towards the mat. And then release the hands to frame the front foot, lower the back knee down to the mat, untuck the toes. Start to straighten the front leg. We'll come into a runner stretch, so peel the toes up towards the sky. And then you can take the left arm over the right leg to join the right hand, and then start to take a twist over to the right. Come back to center. Release the right foot down to the mat, frame the right foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee and sweep the right leg all the way back to your downward dog or three-legged dog, and then down to downward dog. Take a little pedal of the feet, shaking out the head, yes and no. And then this time sweeping the left leg up to the sky, bending the knee, opening the left hip out to the side. or left knee out to the side, keeping the shoulders facing forwards. And then re-straighten that left leg. Step the left foot forwards, keeping the back knee lifted, arms come up to the sky, high lunge. Reach the right arm forwards and the left arm back, twisting over to the left, again squeezing the tops of the legs towards each other. And then take the arms up to the sky. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back, this time opening out to warrior two. So relaxing the shoulders, extending the fingertips, and then reverse the front palm, reverse the warrior. Coming back to warrior two, place the left forearm onto the left thigh, right arm reaches up to the sky. So option to take the bind, wrapping the arm around the back, maybe finding the left thigh or just small of the back. Working that right shoulder back, and then you can take the left hand either onto a block or down to the mat. And then if you want to take the full bind, the left elbow goes underneath, finding the right wrist, sinking the hips low, spinning the chest towards the sky. And then place the hands either side of the front foot, lower the back knee down to the mat, untuck the toes. Start to straighten that front leg as the toes peel up towards the sky into your runner's stretch. And then the right hand comes over to join the left, twisting over to the left. And then take the hands back to center, placing that left foot down on the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step the back foot to join the front. Take an easy forward fold over the legs, relaxing the head. And then take the arms wide, drawing in the belly as you reach the arms up above the head. And then bring the hands back to the heart center. So at the top of your mat, I'll just turn around to face you. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, just flexing the foot. Maybe take a few ankle circles one way and then the other. And then keeping the left hand onto the knee or the shin. Take the right arm up to the sky and then reach back with that right arm, twisting, taking the gaze back behind if it feels okay. Option to take the big toe with the first two fingers and the thumb and extend that leg as well. And then bring the knee back to center and take a big step out to the side of your mat, coming into goddess pose. So knees are tracking over the toes, sinking the hips low, placing the hands on top of the thighs, and just take the left shoulder forwards, gazing over the right shoulder, and then twisting to the other side. Right shoulder comes forward, taking the gaze over to the left. Coming back to center, and then straightening the legs, spinning the toes forwards, hands onto the hips. Take an easy forward fold. Releasing the hands down to the mat, just moving the hips from side to side. And then walking the hands over to the top of the mat and step the back foot to join the front. So hands to shins, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, exhale to fold, and then root down through the feet, take the arms wide, reach them all the way above the head, and bring the hands back to the heart center. So this time it's the left knee draws into the chest. Again, flex the left toes, just circle that ankle one way and then the other. And then keeping the right hand onto the left shin, take the left arm up to the sky, all the way back behind you. Option to take hold of the toe or the foot and lengthen or extend that front leg, left leg. And then bring the hand back to center. Draw the knee into the chest and then take a big step out to the long side of the mat, coming back to your goddess position. Sinking the hips low, tracking the knees over the toes. And again, just take that left shoulder forwards. And then the right shoulder. Coming back to center. Straightening the legs, turning the feet so they're parallel. Taking the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers and then start to fold forwards, bringing the arms overhead. Releasing the neck, just giving it a bit of a shake. And then release the hands down to the mat. Start to walk the hands over to the front, spinning the right toes forwards. And then this time step the right foot to the back of the mat into your downward dog, just pedaling out the feet. Release the knees down to the mat, untuck the toes and come down into your child's pose. Taking a few breaths in child's pose. Maybe rolling the forehead across the mat, moving the hips from side to side, and then walking the hands in towards the knees, lifting up, coming to a kneeling position. Reach the arms up to the sky, and then bring the hands back to the heart center. Closing off the eyes, relaxing the shoulders. And then bowing forwards. Namaste. Thank you very much. So a bit of a short, sweet twist flow with some binds. So quite dynamic, that one, but hope you like that. And you can always add on any of the other flows with that one as well.